Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a transparent background for your images in Adobe Photoshop Elements. And we're going to do this with a couple different types of pictures here. We have this cartoon dog picture here, and we have an actual photograph here. So the methods will vary depending on the type of picture. Some methods will work better than others, and you might have to do some tweaking, so it's not a straightforward, simple process. So the easiest types are when you have like a solid background like this, if you just want to get rid of it. You could just use the magic eraser. So let's say we want to do that. We don't want this blue bar here, so we're going to crop that out. So we could just use our selection tool, draw our box, go to image and crop. So that gets rid of that. So now let's say we want to, oops, actually I missed a little bit. Oh. Okay, so now let's say we want to get rid of this blue background here. So we could use this magic eraser with a star, and if we click on it, you'll notice it's erasing more than it should, and that's because the tolerance is too high. So you might have to play with this. I usually like to keep it in the 30s. Usually works pretty good. And now since I lowered it, if I click again, you can see it worked a lot better. I could just click in. It'll erase the stuff that it sees, so you'll have to click in other areas like inside the heart and the word dog. As I know it's kind of hard to tell in this because it's white, but it's still there. And it left this here because the tolerance was low, so if you wanted to get rid of that as well, you could click inside that too. And you got to click, anything that's closed off, it's not going to erase, so you'll have to go in and click in each little part here. All right, so that's that. So pretty simple on that. Just play with the tolerance and use the magic eraser. But for photographs, that's a different story. So let's say we wanted to use the magic eraser here. We click somewhere. It's just going to click on stuff or erase stuff that it sees kind of contiguous. And then if we adjust the tolerance, you might end up with something like that. So you're going to have to play around with it if you think you could do it. Sometimes you could kind of work your way around it and get it done, but for photographs with the background, you might want to use a different method here. So what we're going to do here, instead of using the magic eraser, we're going to use the quick selection tool and draw around our image first and then erase the background. Or actually we're going to copy this into a blank background. All right, so there's different tools here. So there's this magic wand. So if you click on that, it'll kind of click on things that it thinks are tied together, which we're not going to use. And then we have the auto selection tool, which you can apply a shape to. So let's say you want to use the lasso, you could kind of draw kind of around it. Obviously you want to take a little more time than this, and then when you connect it, that's what it did right there. Or you could do like a box, and hopefully you'll get lucky that it highlights just the stuff you want, which it did in my case. And so once you have kind of like the basic shape selected, you might need to fine tune it, like cut off part of the bumper right here. So what you could do there is this tool here, quick selection tool, and then there's add and subtract. So we want to add the bumper, so we're going to click on add. Let's kind of zoom in here. So we got go back to our tool here. So we got add selected on the quick selection, and we just kind of draw there, and it'll kind of fill in our shape to kind of get it around where we wanted it to go here. Just kind of clean it up, if you will. And that looks good. It might be hard to add the antenna. We'd have to make the size here really small. Let's see if that'll work. I have a feeling it's going to be kind of hard to do here. Not too bad. And then we can just kind of fine tune the other sections here. Okay, get the roof line a little better. The tire here. Here. And so maybe this little part of the tire we don't want because it went too far, we could use the remove or subtract and kind of put it back where it goes there. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So now what we could do is we could copy this into a new background here. So edit. So you want to do copy merged. And let's do a new blank file. And I use transparent for the background. You don't have to, but I like to use transparent in case you want to change the color or something like that. Or, either way. Okay, then we paste it. And there we go. Now we have our cropped out picture. So let's say you had another background. Let me find one real quick. I'll pause the video. Okay, so I just found this background online real quick. So what we could do, go back to here, and we should still have it copied, but we'll copy merged again. And then we'll paste it. And then we could shrink it up there. And there you go, just like that. So like I said, just decide what tool is going to work best depending on what type of picture. Like I said, Magic Eraser works great for solid backgrounds. For photographs with different backgrounds, you might want to use one of these tools here. The Magic Wand is okay. Selection tool works better, and just decide what kind of shape you want. If you want to draw around with the lasso or draw a box and hope that it captures what you want to capture, and then you could use the quick selection and add or subtract from it, and then you could copy your merge, paste it into a new background, or paste it into white background, and then just save it like that, and so on. And then you're all set. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.